Marian leads it 30-24 here at halftime. Talked about McDowell scoring with Coach Bruto. Well, McElmoyle has more than half of Marian's scoring, 16 points in the first half. Blasco with 8 and Searfoss with 5. So Jody back in her game after struggling with a touch of the flu, I guess, on the game against Montgomery. And then McDowell leading the Hornets with 14. The Phillies have come out. We're awaiting the Hornets to come out of the locker room. And in the first half, well, you know, McElmoyle.
You know, you're going to see a little different defense of both McElmoyle and McDowell, I think, in the second half. I don't think they're going to get really good, clean looks, but like that one there by Tricia McElmoyle, she just, when she has that much room from beyond the arc, she's so effective, and they're not going to give her that room in the second half with the important production she had in the first. But there's a smart move. I mean, Maurer playing her, you saw number 4, Maurer playing her. Trish just takes her into the low paint, makes that nice move, and with the size mismatch. And then she comes down on the break. Great playing defense, makes the steal, uses the left hand so well. Ambidextrous, can go right and left. That's Trish McElmoyle.
And of course, you have Blasco, who's done a nice job. Shot well from the free throw line as well. And 8 points for Jen Blasco in the first half. And McDowell, well, she's been pretty much all that we expected with 14 points. And right now, let's go to Mark McKeon.
With Juniata Valley coach Jamma Green. Coach, trailing by 6 going into the half. What does your team have to do to come out with a victory today?
We got to play defense. We got to play really solid defense this half and take it to them. They're taking it to us. We got some foul trouble. We got to take it to them.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
Well, we talk about Claudia McDowell, the other Big Mac we said for the Hornets, and we'll see how effective she is on the offensive end. Great penetration, avoiding the defender with the ball. Boy, nice soft touch off the glass. This kid can play the game. There's reverse dribble or a crossover. Just goes back, sees the help defense, reads the defense so well. And again, this kid uses the box better than anybody this year, Bob, as far as the glass is concerned. What she does is just look, aim, and there you see it. Oh, that's a clean one there. But boy, when she has the angle, she goes to the glass most of the time. Fine player, Claudia McDowell.
The Phillies have the basketball here in the second half. McElmoyle, Eckhart, Searfoss, Blasco, and Hassler to start the second half for Marian. We'll set the Hornets in just a moment. Oh, you have a chance. Want to thank Brian Delina for his great Marian stats. And on the other side, Joel Pheasant, the assistant coach for the Hornets, for the Hornets stats. There's Casey Lane inside. She has 8 points. And the Hornets are back within 4 here.
And I'll tell you, it was a great pass by McDowell. I mean, she had a thread a needle to get it to Lane underneath.
That goes through the hands of Searfoss. It'll be Hornets basketball. For the Hornets, it's Maurer and McDowell, Walters, Reed, and Lane to start the third quarter. Here is Maurer, Lane, McDowell inside, Eckhart defends. Reed from 18, that comes off, and Reed is going to go all the way around and run down her own rebound.
Boy, credit Desiree Reed with hustle, and watch out. Walters open, misses the easy one.
And then she fouls Blasco on the rebound. That's the third on Kristen Walters.
Boy, Coach Green can't believe it on the sideline there, because watch Walters here, finds herself wide open. Comes off the glass, a little hard off the glass and off the front of the rim. Wow. Break for the Phillies on that one.
It's the first team foul on the Hornets in the half. Blasco fires it inside for McElmoyle. Tricia with the great cut, and Blasco with a beautiful look.
Well, I have a feeling at halftime, word was Tricia going to go low against Maurer, doing a good job in there, size mismatch, take her in the low paint, isolation, and go one-on-one.
Searfoss with the rebound off the McDowell miss. Here comes McElmoyle against Maurer. Now Searfoss for 3. Got it! Jody Searfoss with her 5th of the season. Not a lot this year, but she's got a nice stroke from beyond the arc.
And she sure does, Bob. But one effective play by Searfoss is to bring the defender out, and that would be Walters. And she's a lot quicker than Christine Walters. So when you see Walters the next time come out and play Jody, watch Jody to go on dribble penetration.
The tie-up will keep it in the Hornets' hands. McDowell against Eckhart, who's done a nice job. Even though McDowell has scored 14 points, Eckhart has been all over her. Here's Lane at the baseline, blocked by Hassler, but they're gonna get Hassler for the foul. And that will send Lane to the line. Actually, I think they're going to get Searfoss or Hassler here.
Well, Jody had no chance. She had to stop basketball. You saw the baseline move by the girl on the line, Lane, and just got by defender Cindy Hassler. Boy, when you get the baseline against the offense, our defense, only basically bad things occur for the defense. You got to come help, and then you pick up the foul. Lane did a nice job there on the penetration.
The foul was, by the way, on Searfoss. There's Reed. Reed with a nice rebound and putback. At the other end, the Phillies go long and lose it out of bounds.
Well, something that Coach Paul Bruto emphasizes in his coaching of this game of basketball is to take care of it. Phillies not doing a good job in that regard thus far in this half.
McDowell zigged instead of zagging, and Maurer went for the baseline move. The Phillies get it back here.
Could they zag instead of zig, or does it have to be?
I don't know. Searfoss for 3. Wow. She's got another. 11 points for Searfoss. 2 3-pointers here in the second half, and it's the Phillies' largest lead at 10.
Yeah, you have an ideal situation with a Searfoss, Bob, because she can take Walters again out to the perimeter or take her inside. And like I said, being quicker than Walters, if Walters does come out and play, watch out. Jetty will be on the move.
McElmoyle comes the other way.
I should say Jody would be on the move. That is Searfoss.
Blasco inside around Reed. Blasco with 10. The Phillies have 3 players now in double figures.
Remember, that's Blasco going over 6'1", Desiree Reed.
Maurer has it come off, gets a second chance, and will get the foul on DeCosmo. That is the first on Nina.
Hey, now watch this move here by Nina. Not a bad move on her part. She knows she hooked the arm of the Hornet there, Maurer, and then she puts her hand straight up quickly after that, say, hey, I didn't touch her. That's a good try by Nina.
Maurer will shoot 2, and she doesn't get the first. Let's check in with Mark McKeon.
Guys, we've just received word from Arts Hall that Nativity has beaten Cardinal Brennan 35-27. The winner of this game will have to go through the Golden Girls to get to Hershey.
What else is new?
Hey, no. It may be a familiar semi-final there, I'll tell you. Boy, Schuylkill League again, Bob, huh? What fine basketball they play. Girls basketball in that Schuylkill League.
Well, you were guaranteed at least one with Cardinal Brennan and Nativity playing. And remember last year it was Nativity and Marian in the Eastern Final. Nativity won that one. Nope. If the Phillies can win here, they'll do it again, and I'm sure it'll be at Marts Hall. You can bet the ranch on that. Where else? Nativity, Marts Hall. It's playoff time. McElmoyle misses, but will volleyball the rebound to herself. DeCosmo, Blasco inside, and she is fouled, and that's going to be 4 on Desiree Reed.
Well, you got to look at a couple things there. First of all, is the hustle of a Trish McElmoyle to keep the ball alive after a missed shot. Then the entry pass to Blasco. Blasco just challenges Reed, pushes it at her with her leaping ability, picks up the foul.
Blasco is 4 for 7 from the line. The Phillies shot 13 of 21 from the free throw line in the first half. Reed will sit down probably for a while with 4 fouls as Walters returns. McDowell with the rebound. Claudia, the long three. That comes off. McElmoyle the other way. Tricia, right past the defense, tries to scoop it up, and it's pulled away by Walters. Maurer quickly the other way. She is called for the charge. An excellent job of taking the charge by Amanda Eckhart.
Yeah, I think if we see that one, you'll see why it went the Eckhart's way. Watch Maurer, watch the position of Eckhart. She holds still, hands raised, just holds her position. The charge is called. Good call.
Jamma Green wants a 30-second timeout. There is Paul Bruto.
And Bob, what makes championship ball clubs are plays just like you saw there with Amanda Eckhart and her great defensive play. Let's watch Sirfas here. She goes behind the arc, and this is what makes her so effective. Inside play, outside play. She has the big girl on her, doesn't come out far enough. Sirfas hits the shot. Again, from the top of the circle, same thing. Walters fails to come out quickly. Sirfas can hit that one. But such an effective player. When you have a versatile player offensively as you have a Sirfas, Bob, boy, you have a luxury. Hits from the perimeter, can play the perimeter game. Nice shot from there and can take you into the paint and really strong under the boards.
11 points with those 2 3-pointers for Sirfas. And she goes and sits next to Brian Delina.
Brian's the man. Does such a great job over there, and we appreciate all the work that he's done for us.
Yeah. McElmoyle against McDowell. Here's to Cosmo, low post, drops it for Blasco. Walters with the rebound. Gilday with the good defense there for the Hornets. McDowell with DeCosmo all over her. She misses, loose ball on the rebound. And out of the pack comes Blasco with it.
There was great defense by DeCosmo, Bob. I mean, she really hung on to McDowell, made things rough for her when she got into the paint for that easy shot.
The tie-up will keep it in the hands of the Phillies. The thing with DeCosmo, I don't think McDowell is her player, but on the run there, you cut off ball, and then she stayed with her and did a good job of staying with the
Absolutely. I mean, again, fundamentals, stop ball first. First things first, stop basketball. DeCosmo knows that. Boy, she really did a good job once she was with McDowell.
Blasco has that come off, and it's rebounded by McDowell. McDowell on the run. McDowell,
wow.
A little reverse there. 16 for McDowell. That's her first basket of the second half.
Nothing wrong with that shot. Claudia McDowell, great shot, moving away from the basket.
Sirfas inside, and a travel is called on Jody.
Again, showing the versatility of Sirfas. This time she takes Walters into the paint. Remember, she hit those 2 threes from the arc. Walters still playing her. This time Jody takes her to the paint, looking for the foul. Wasn't there. Hornets ball.
2.5 left in the third. Borst. Walters. That comes off. DeCosmo had it, but had it knocked away by Walters. Maurer, she won that 3, but McElmoyle came charging out at her, and then Maurer is called for the travel.
A good move by Trish. Forced Maurer to take it to the basket. And I'll tell you what the Phillies do so well defensively, that help defense. Stop basketball, boy, and really threw Maurer off sync, bringing the ball in on the dribble.
And McElmoyle came out loud, stamping her feet. McElmoyle tried to force it into Sirfas. Gilday knocked it away. Here's McDowell ahead of the pack, tries to save it, but right into the hands of McElmoyle.
Yeah, soft hands. McElmoyle usually go off the body. The Hornet ball, but not with a Trish McElmoyle. Such great hands.
And Paul Bruto says, let's take a timeout here with 1:51 remaining in the third. Jeff Anushko there, along with McElmoyle and Pat McCall.
And but what I think Coach Bruto wants his Phillies to do is kind of get under a little more control, like really get into the transition game. He wants them to push it up, but not take any risk type, make any risk type passes. Take more control of the basketball. Keep their turnovers down. Because remember, now have a 10-point lead. Want to build on that. Don't give many chances, easy chances by turning the ball over.
McElmoyle has been held to just 2 points here in the third after having 16 in the first half. Searfoss, Borst quickly comes out to make sure Jody doesn't put up another three.
Yeah, and a little change defensively there, and that's why. I mean, you got a quicker player playing Searfoss because she had hit those threes. It was Walters before. Borst a lot quicker. Well, we got to change again. This time it's 33. That's Gilday on the Searfoss.
Searfoss inside, a good look by Blasco. DeCosmo on the backside, and she will go to the line. Nina DeCosmo will shoot two.
And
now this is, we talked about in the open of the Montgomery game, all the things that DeCosmo does off the bench that don't really show in the scorebook.
Yeah, really a hard worker out there, Bob. A blue-collar type worker, if you want to call her that, because she goes after loose balls. She works hard defensively and kind of an unsung role player. Don't hear much about DeCosmo as far as any elaborate write-ups, what have you, but this is a consummate team-type player, plays her role so well.
DeCosmo will have one more. Heather Ogurick has come into the Phillies lineup. 1 of 2 for DeCosmo. That's her first point of the afternoon, and the Phillies lead is 11. They try and float it in for Gilday. It's knocked away by McElmoyle. Trish jogs it across with just about a minute left here in the third. McElmoyle.
Oh, boy.
Boy, a double team on McElmoyle. DeCosmo open inside. She gets the basket and the foul on Walters. McElmoyle clapping her hands. You think, hey, I want that three. 2 players come out. DeCosmo is open for the three-point possibility.
Yeah, the defense says, hey, we got to concentrate on McElmoyle. Boy, they sent 2 players out after her, but they failed to remember, hey, you got DeCosmo behind you. Nobody on Nina underneath, and McElmoyle finds her so well. Quick pass, Nina up strong.
Rebound by Gilday, and Cosmo comes over. Makes a nice hustle play. .45 left in the third. Maurer against Eckhartz. Lane. Nothing there. Maurer thinks about the three, instead forces it inside, and it goes off of one of the Phillies. It'll be Hornets basketball with 30 seconds left in the third.
Yeah, I see the help again by the Phillies. Maurer makes finds a seam in the defense. Man goes on penetration. Boy, Phillies collapse, stop ball.
Maurer outside. Now Maurer on the drive. Inside McDowell, one chance, and on the second, the foul will be called on the Phillies. It'll go against Blasco. That is her second.
Yeah, I give credit to the girl right there. Again, it's Claudia McDowell. Does it from the perimeter, but boy, underneath the board, she's a fighter. Also picks up the foul. Good hustle by Claudia McDowell.
3 fouls on the Phillies in this half. McDowell
Wow.
for 3. She's got another. That's her second of the afternoon. It's a 10-point game.
Well, the kid does most of the offensive work for this Hornet ball club. McDowell's tough player.
DeCosmo from the outside. That comes off. Rebounded by Emily Boone. Here comes McDowell near half court, and that will end the third.
Yeah, Ogurick got a little hand on the ball, prevented it to go into the iron. Would have been a difficult one anyway for McDowell. A good defense by Ogurick to stop the shot, but little mini run by the Hornets as that quarter ends.
That's it for 3. Marian leads at 43-33. .43-33, Marian with the lead. On the line here in the fourth, the chance to face Nativity in the state semifinal, what used to be the Eastern final, but they've sort of done away with that as District 6 represented here in what used to be the Eastern bracket. Maurer with Lane, McDowell, Boone, and Gilday in there. Maurer misses the three, and Searfoss rebounds.
Yeah, good, strong rebound by Surface, and what she did well, Bob, when she came down, really cleared space underneath there to get the ball to McElmoyle.
McElmoyle with Eckhart, Searfoss, Blasco, and Hassler. Searfoss on the drive, comes up a little short. She'll get a second chance, have that roll off, and then the rebound is tipped out of bounds by Gilday.
Boy, Surface had her opportunities. Good play to go strong to the basket. A little hard off the glass 2 times.
Walters is back for the Hornets. She has 4 fouls, so does Reed.
What a play.
McElmoyle off the inbound, Walters with the rebound.
Hey, didn't go, but I'll tell you what, there's something for the kids that are playing the game. Get a lesson from Trish McElmoyle. What happened there? They're playing zone on the inbounds play. That is the Hornets. And what McElmoyle did, McDowell back turned to her, looking for the cutter. Bang, off her back, picks it up, but misses the shot afterward. But great play by Trish.
That's the 3rd foul on Blasco. Borst from the outside. Long rebound to McDowell. She turns, misses the 3. Lane is in there, misses the putback. Borst keeps it alive. Here's McDowell for 3 again, and then Searfoss goes over the back of Lane. Searfoss picks up her 3rd personal.
Yeah, Jody has size differential there with Lane in position, and that's the difference. She had position. Jody had to come over the back and pick up the foul.
That's the 5th on the Phillies here in the second half. 5 on each team. McElmoyle up and takes it away on the inbound. Tricia thought about the drive, but McDowell comes over to cut her off. Blasco. McElmoyle off the screen, short on the 3. Searfoss there for the putback. Good defense inside, but Hassler is able to come in and get the putback. Gilday and Walters were there defensively, but they forgot about Hassler.
Yeah, and what you like about Hassler's shot, Bobby, you thought it was an easy one. No, she was caught under the basket. What she did was just loop it over the iron with a nice soft touch. Let the iron do the work. Just rolled around and dropped in. Nice touch, nice move by Hassler.
McElmoyle has this one taken away by McDowell. McDowell stops, lets McElmoyle go by, and hits.
Boy, you see that matchup out front. McElmoyle and McDowell, what a great matchup.
21 for McDowell. It's back to a 10-point game. McDowell tries to steal again. McElmoyle not going to have any of that. Hassler thought about the 3. Searfoss on the drive. The runner is no good. Blasco with a player at her feet misses. Eckhart doesn't get it, but will get the 3rd foul on Claudia McDowell.
A little passive offensive there. Not a lot of movement in that Philly offense in this set, but boy, what work under the boards. 3 opportunities, some easy ones missed, but just good hard work puts Amanda Eckhart on the line.
That's the 6th on the Hornets. Eckhart will shoot 2. Eckhart, the best free throw shooter on this Philly team at 83%. Reed has returned for Gilday, so Reed in with her 4 fouls, as is Walters. 3 apiece on Maurer and McDowell. 3 on Blasco and 3 on Surface for the Phillies. Lane inside for Walters. Walters at the low block, scores. That's her first basket of the night, afternoon.
Yeah, nice little spin move there against Surface. Surface backing off, not picking up the foul, but good aggressive move by Walters to pick up the goal.
It's single figures at 9. Eckhart Cut off by Lane, so they work it back outside as McElmoyle will jog it up between the circles.
Yeah, she had to reload, Bob. Why? Because they didn't have any movement again. Weren't working that motion offense as they should. Watch out, miscue there.
Lane takes it away and then steps out of bounds. Those are the ones that hurt you. You come up with this big defensive stop, and then, you know, through no fault of anybody, just run out of room.
Yeah, well, Philly's lucky there, too. Boy, he lost the handle on the ball. It should have been Hornets' ball. Unfortunately, it did step on the sideline out of bounds.
McElmoyle has it taken away by Maurer. McDowell back to Maurer. There's a nice break. Maurer has 4, and it's a 7-point game.
Out of run transition, 2-to-1, had numbers. Hornets. McDowell does a good job splitting the defense.
Lasco yelling out instructions. Eckhart against McDowell. Eckhart drives, puts it off the glass and in. Boy, there's a huge move by Amanda Eckhart.
Yeah, someone else steps up. You know, you look for your offensive, your players that were producing for you all year offensively. In a big game like this, someone else steps up this time. It's Amanda Eckhart. That was a big goal.
Horst misses the 3. Hassler rebounds for Marian. There's McElmoyle against McDowell. Now Eckhart, under 4 minutes left in the 4th. And Paul Bruto says, let's talk about this.
And Bob, really noticed the lack of movement in that offense. I think the last 3-4 times down the quarter, particularly in the start of this 4th quarter. Maybe a little fatigue setting in maybe for the Phillies. I don't know, a little heavy breathing out there. And really getting passive on the offensive end. Not aggressive as they were earlier going to the basket on any penetration. So a little breather here, and I think Coach Paul Bruder says also, hey, the ball, the gem, the possession, that's the important thing. You're up by 9. You don't want to give it to them or just hand it to them. Turnover is so important. 3:50 left, a lot of time in the game. You don't want the Hornets to come back at this point.
It will be Marian basketball. DeCosmo has come in for the Phillies as Searfoss gets a rest. Eckhart took the extra step. Wanted the pass, it wasn't there, and walks.
Yeah, what Reed did so well there, the big girl came up on Eckhart and just really blocked her baseline move. I think Eckhart was reading the baseline, but Reed took that away.
McDowell, the turnaround in the lane, in a crowd, 23 for McDowell. It's back to a 7-point game.
Big players make big goals in big games, and I'll tell you what, McDowell's one of those. Nice shot.
Hassler, DeCosmo inside, blocked by Reed. And that's a dangerous play for Reed with 4 fouls. The Phillies push it right in at her.
Yeah, but a good play by Nina DeCosmo to push it at Reed. Was there a foul? I don't know. Looks like mostly ball goes in back to Phillies.
Lasco, nothing there. McElmoyle. Lasco. And Eckhart will be fouled by Maurer. That's the 4th on Abby Maurer. And Eckhart will go to the line.
I see a little tentativeness on the part of that Philly offense still there, Bob. But I'll tell you, one girl that's been playing aggressively on the offensive end has really done a good job in vital moments is the girl on the line, Amanda Eckhart. We noted her for her defensive abilities mainly. But I'll tell you what, she's made some key points for the Phillies here in this 4th.
One more for Eckhart. They did call that a 2-shot foul. Doesn't often matter when Eckhart is at the line. She hits both. And a timeout. 50-41, Marian clinging to this lead. And the Hornets not going away. Chipping it away to single figures here with 3:05 left in the 4th quarter. Again, the winner will play Nativity, a 35-27 winner against Cardinal Brennan this afternoon at Marks Hall. The Phillies trying to make it an all Schuylkill semifinal once again. Last year, the two matched up in that round. Nativity won before losing in the state final. Marian went to the East Final in 2003, won that, lost to Bishop Carroll in the state final, and in 2002, the Phillies lost to Nativity in the East Final. So the last three times to this round, the Phillies have won.
But
this is their fourth in a row.
A lot of time on the clock, Bob, and you've got some good offensive players for this Hornet ball club, particularly McDowell. Maurer can hit it also, but boy, big rebound by the Phillies off that miss.
Under 3 minutes left in the fourth. Here's Eckhart, a quick double team trap attempted by the Hornets, but she's able to give it up. Searfoss, DeCosmo, over comes Walters, and now Lane. McElmoyle, they try and trap her and do a good job of it, and then they're going to get a foul. Look at a push here on the Hornets. It's going to go against Lane, and that is her third.
McElmoyle gets the foul, but I'll tell you what, Hornets defense does a good job. They're playing matchup and trapping off that matchup, got out of the man-to-man defense, and really got McElmoyle in the position they wanted against the sideline. But the intelligent player that this girl is, Bob, I think forced contact, more contact than really the defense have had, and then made that little fall, picked up the foul. This girl's an intelligent player.
McElmoyle is 6 of 9 from the line, 7 of 10 now from the line. 20 points for Tricia McElmoyle. And that playoff average goes up. It was 18. Reed, long on the three. Blasco rebounds.
Well, if you're the Phillies defense, you like to see Reed standing beyond the arc, because you'd rather have her get rid of the basketball from out there than a player named McDowell, that's for sure.
Blasco leans in on Reed and is called for the travel.
Well, really tough positions to get the ball, and you put Blasco in a tough position in the corner, playing that trap type defense in the half court that is the Hornets at this time.
McElmoyle with the steal. Tricia will go to the other end and lay it in. McElmoyle with 22, and the lead is up to 13.
Laying in wait just like that cat, just waiting for that ball to come over. Just runs in front of Reed. That is McElmoyle. Does it again. How many times tonight has she made the great interception? Talk about her offensive ability. You got to talk a little bit about her defensive ability also.
Jama Green calls a 30-second timeout. There's McElmoyle getting the nice position for the steal and the layup.
And that's exactly how you teach it, Bob. Just so you saw her there, stretches the right hand out, gets the body between, and knocks the ball forward, picks it up, and goes all the way. Nice play by Trish.
1:52 remains. It's a 13-point lead for Marian.
Well, there's no question the Hornets have to go with somebody that get the ball in the hands, somebody can bring them back quickly. That one person would be Claudia McDowell, possibly Maurer too.
McDowell, good defense by Eckhart. There's just nothing for the Hornets here. McDowell steps out, McElmoyle and Eckhart all over her. Walters misses. Searfoss tears away the rebound.
Great effort inside by Jody Searfoss. 3 green shirts around, and what she does so well, just creates space by pivoting and moving strongly underneath.
That's the 4th foul on McDowell.
But Bob, you saw the last time the Hornets down how much they rely on McDowell to get them back in the game, especially with their threes, and they wasted precious seconds moving the ball around. No one wanted to look to the iron, particularly looking for McDowell. When she got her hands on the ball, things started to move, but boy, precious seconds off the clock for the Hornets.
And it's strange to say, with McDowell scoring 23 points, that the Phillies have done a nice job defensively. But when they've needed to, they've come up with some big stops like that last play. McElmoyle with 23 points. 1:15 remains in the fourth. McDowell off the dribble, hits. 25 for Claudia McDowell.
Boy, you get the ball in her hand, she can bring you back.
It's a 12-point game. Under a minute remains in the fourth. Blasco underneath. Misses, but Searfuss comes over, runs down the rebound, but throws it into the hands of Maurer. Here comes Maurer on the run. A little hesitation, a drive, a move, and a basket.
Boy, that's a nice move by the Hornets. And Hornets are working their way back in.
It's a 10-point game. Just about a half minute remains.
Well, Phil, to look over the clock, there is a half minute left, and the Phillies have to just waste the time, hold on to the basketball. Wow.
McElmoyle gets a hip from Walters.
Whoa.
And that's the fifth on Walters.
That was heavy contact, heavy-duty contact in the paint as McElmoyle drove. But, you know, the coolness of Trish McElmoyle got up, Bob, unfazed, didn't come back, let's say, at Walters, and that was heavy contact there. Does her thing, gets on the line, and proceeds to convert.
9 of 13 for McElmoyle from the line. Ten for 14 from the line. 25 points for McElmoyle. The lead is back to 12. Lane hacked by Hassler. Hassler picks up her first personal. And with 22 seconds left, Casey Lane will go to the line.
Oh, things look pretty good for the Phillies at this point, but still, you don't want to stop the clock if necessary. And Hassler picks up the foul, becoming strong on the basketball or on the body underneath.
Lane looking for double figures here. And McDowell will leave. Gets a little handshake from McElmoyle. McDowell, the senior, the all-time leading scorer for Juniata Valley, goes off to a hand, and so does McElmoyle. She'll finish with 1,537 points in her career.
Yeah, two terrific performances tonight by the Max, the big Max. We sure did supersize it tonight. And that's Claudia McDowell, one of the Max, the other Trish McElmoyle. You saw two of the finer players in the eastern part of the state.
Yeah, I was very impressed by McDowell. Here's the long pass to Cosmo. Hassler, and Hassler is pushed by Maurer. That's the fifth on Abby Maurer, and that senior will now head off.
Yeah, and Maurer looks like she made intentional contact there, but not to do harm as far as physical harm, but to quickly try to stop the clock. Because, hey, Hornets not quitting. I mean, they're down by 10. It doesn't look like there's a possibility at all, but they want to go down fighting. Not literally, literally.
Well, McDowell has come back in. And it's Hassler at the line. Here comes Megan Moran, a 5'8" senior, number 10. Searfoss leads after doing a spectacular job tonight. Reed is back in, and Jess Fegley will leave. And it's Hassler at the line. Rebound for Gilday. 15 seconds left. McDowell, no. Rebounded by Hassler. Knocked away by Lane and into the hands of McDowell. 27 for McDowell, so make it 15-39. But that is going to end it. The Phillies will go to their fourth straight state semifinal, and for the third time in 4 years will play Nativity. Marian wins it 57-49.
Well, good. I guess just good team concept play by the Phillies wins it for them. I don't think it was the prettiest of Phillies win. I think through the year I've seen the Phillies play better overall, but boy, I'll tell you what, it's going to be tough to beat the Phillies. Why? have such good balance. I mean, McElmoyle leads it all. I mean, in her offense, her hustle defensively, but credit the others. I mean, this is a well-balanced ball club, and they all play their roles so well. So I think the victory goes to all the Phillies players and the hard work that they did, but of course, outstanding performance again by Trish McElmoyle. This girl just knows how to pick things up in playoff time.
Speaking of Trish, she's right now standing next to Mark McKeon.
Okay, here with a couple of the winning Phillies. First of all, Trish McElmoyle, how you feeling? Took a couple good shots in that game.
Pretty better now than it was when they were closer, but I'm glad we won. I mean, whatever it takes to get to the Eastern Final again. So I'm just excited that we get to play Nativity again, and hopefully this year we'll come out ready to play and beat them.
It's been a long year since you guys faced them last year.
Yeah. I mean, we're kind of in the same predicament this year because last year we beat them by 20 in the regular season, and then they came out and killed us in the Eastern Final. And we already beat them this year with 3 times, but it just matters who comes to play and who shows up and whose shots fall that day. So we're really ready to go take that back from last year.
How about this Juniata Valley team? You didn't know a lot about them coming in, but this is a good team.
Yeah, they were tough. That number 13 was really good. She had a lot of step back threes and stuff, and so I'm glad to come out here with a W. I mean, they were really tough and scrappy and hit the board strong and stuff. So I'm really glad we stuck it out.
Trish, congratulations. We'll talk to Jody Searfoss now, and you're not supposed to shoot threes, are you?
No, I'm not. I don't know where I'm pulling them from. Yeah, but good win. We're really proud. Came out, played hard.
I think the toughness of your team showed up in this game when you guys needed it most. Talk about that, the play underneath.
We've never really played a team yet so good rebounding, and it was so hard, working hard every second, and it really showed.
Nativity, it's been a year. Your thoughts?
Right back in the same place, and hopefully we'll be on the other end this time.
Okay, thanks, Jody.
Thank
We'll get Paul Bruto of Marian in just 1 second when he's done with an interview right now, guys.
I don't know about Jody saying she shouldn't shoot threes. I think the girl has the ability to go out there, and I think this is what makes her so tough to defend. I mean, she can hit the threes and she can take you in the paint, so just that adds to her versatility. And Bob, I just think the Phillies, I don't think it was a spectacular win, and but I think Jody hit the nail on the head too when she said just the scrappiness and the aggressive play of these Hornets, particularly underneath the boards. I mean, the big girls of the Hornets weren't very productive offensively, but boy, they can hit the boards and that were strong underneath and gave everything the Phillies could handle under each board, offensive and defense.
It's been 15 games since Marian gave up this many points, 49 points. The last time they gave up that many, they beat Shenandoah 63-52 on January the 20th. That was ages ago.
Yeah, but boy, McDowell had a terrific game. I mean, the kid can play with 27. I don't know when the last time anyone burned the Phillies for 27 points. I mean, that's big individual point production when you're playing against the Philly defense.
27 for McDowell. She finishes her career as the all-time leading scorer for this Hornet team at 1,539. Casey Lane finished with 10. Juniata Valley ends the season at 25-7. Marian gets 25 from McElmoyle, 11 from Searfoss, 10 from Blasco, 5 from Eckhart, 3 for Hassler, and 3 for DeCosmo to go to 29-3. Let's go back to Mark McKeon.
Now with Marian coach Paul Bruto, and well, back to the Eastern Final again for you guys.
Yeah, hopefully a different result this year. We know Nativity won, so it's the same game as last year. I think they're really an improved team. They were a good team early. We've had their number a little bit this year, but I think they've gotten better, so we have our work cut out for us.
How about this game tonight? Juniata Valley, a tough team, really wore you guys down right down to the end.
Yeah, they were great. McDowell kid was unbelievable. She's as good a player as we've seen all year long. Great inside, driving, shooting threes. This is a tough matchup. And our whole team was tough. I think they remind me a lot of a team in our area. They really were physical, really battled. We were able to get them in some foul trouble early. That helped. And I just thought Jody and Jen just did a great job after the first few minutes rebounding, which was big in this game.
that's really what showed up for your team, the toughness of the School League. Now you go back and play another School League team in the Eastern Final, I guess.
Right, yeah, well, it's been that way the last couple of years, I guess, at least. And, our league has a great tradition. We're going to have somebody going to Hershey. Like we said, we hope it's a new face from last year this time around, though. So you get to enjoy it for a day or a night, and then you got to start planning on that next one, because that's the one that matters now.
Coach, good luck to you on Wednesday. We'll see you up in Martz Hall. Coach Paul Bruto, Marian, Nativity. Again, Philly's been waiting a year to get back at the Golden Girls. They'll get their chance coming up this week. Back over to you guys.
Great matchup coming up, boy, Nativity and the old friends go at each other again. I don't want to say old enemies. They see each other so often, they call them friends. But anyway, it's going to be a great matchup for the Eastern Final. But, Bob, I'd like to say one word. I mean, what makes a championship ball club when you get to this level again? It's kind of unsung heroes. And I want to mention Amanda Eckhart, Heather O'Gurick, Cindy Hassler, Nina DeCosmo come in off the bench. Some of those girls like O'Gurick, DeCosmo do such a good job. And they're such contributors to the Phillies' success, and you've got to talk about those girls when you talk about Phillies' victories.
And we talked about Eckhart in the pregame, and she comes up with some big basketball this afternoon. The final, Marian 57, Juniata Valley 49. Marian goes to its 4th straight Eastern Final, and for the 3rd time in those 4 years, will take on old nemesis Nativity, and that will be Wednesday night, and you can bet the ranch we're going to Martz Hall. 57-49, the final. We thank everybody here at Central Dauphin East for their hospitality. Marian wins it here in the state quarterfinals, 57-49. For Bob Milkvey, Mark McKeon, our director Rob Capillis, and the entire Blue Ridge crew, I'm Bob Capasso. Thanks for watching. We'll see you Wednesday night.